my god. Oh, I can't believe this. Alright, so we do have a lot to break down with this film. Do me a solid though, make sure you leave a like this video, share your support, subscribe, and ring that bell if you haven't already. But Patreon, we do have a full-length reaction to this film, among so many other reactions. But let's jump into it and break down what I thought of this amazing film. I totally cried watching Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1. Totally. But the thing about it, this is dead ass the most emotional I can remember being. I mean, there's a couple of close seconds and thirds, but the Akaza stuff, fuck it, that hit. The thing I've always appreciated about Demon Slayer is how, you know, it's weird. In the early stages of me covering the show, like back in season 1, people would be like, man, it's so lame how they try to like justify and humanize these demons. And it's like, man, that comment alone just explains why Demon Slayer haters are so monkey-brained. Because, in my opinion, the best written part of Demon Slayer is how it writes the demons. It never excuses a demon's actions, but it often justifies why they go down a demonic path or why you feel bad when they end. And I think Tanjiro always showing signs of sorrow, and it would always be these people be like, why is Tanjiro crying because he killed a demon? It's like, because Tanjiro fucking saw what the demon was going through, and it's... Demon Slayer has so many fucking haters, and it's because it's so big. The bigger you are, the more haters you'll have out in the wilderness trying to bite at your ankles. And yeah, the production value of Demon Slayer absolutely is one of the biggest reasons the show got as big as it is. But it still would have been insanely popular with half of the production value, because the writing is actually competent. I don't roll my eyes when I see someone have Demon Slayer in their top 10, because it's a legitimately competently put together production, and the writing is very fucking solid. If you would have told me during Mugenjou-hen that Akaza would be the demon that has me feeling the most sorrow, regret, and I would actually be sad when he died, I would have spit in your face. I wouldn't have even laughed. I would have spit in your face. Yet here we are. Now, before everyone apparently got their reactions nuked on YouTube, hopefully that won't be me, because I'm just going to show a few screenshots. I saw a lot of people say they were crying over this. I ain't gonna lie, this shit was emotional. Watching a fucking demon be so built different that you can take his head off and he's pulling out some fucking armor titan bullshit where he's saying, you know what, even if you cut my head off, I'm still going. And honestly, it made sense because, you know, Muzen's already fucking confirmed that he can do that type of shit, right? You saw some genuine fear in Tanjiro's eyes this movie. You saw him be a badass. What's crazy is to think that we haven't even gotten to the main attraction and half of our cast is already fucking down for the count. Fuck, Shinobu's dead, bruh. Like, this was 2.5 hours that fucking flew by. And to be honest, you could make me wait another 3 years before seeing part 2, and I don't think I'd be salty. The quality of this spoke for itself, but watching a demon who I had nothing but hatred against, that fucking backstory, losing everything, regaining it. I mean, I knew the family was going to die, and I knew that was probably going to be why this guy's crashing out so hard. But I have to say, the way they handled a trope, that it's not common, but I've seen it enough, where the only reason your characters aren't dead is because bro had a change of heart. And they thought, or they were reminded of something. And it was a multi-step process. Him confirming in the fight that, man, I now remember the reason Tanjiro pisses me off is bro fucking reminds me of my sensei from back in the day. So when Tanjiro fucking punches him in the face, it kind of snaps him to a little bit to make him remember that sensation. But I think this is one of the most justifiable reasons for an antagonist to just say, I'm done. I remember. Because everything about the demon's programming is to try to eliminate the humanity. So by watching him slowly have that realization and just fight it, say, I'm going to beat myself sense to stop regenerating. It's so powerful. I legitimately felt bad when he was finally gone. And it's sad, right? Because, like, there truly is a heaven in this world. Demons ain't going to it for sure. I mean, especially the way they talk about it. But what an impactful movie. Like, there has definitely been points in Demon Slayer where the production value is why we hyped it up. Because when you strip back what was happening, it wasn't the most deep character writing. But it's been consistently solid characters. But the demon storytelling, and ever since season 1, this is where I saw something special. I was like, man, the way they humanize the demons, they never excuse the demons' actions, but you feel bad. And then there'd be people getting mad at Tundra for feeling. Fuck those people, man. This was incredible. This story beat alone would have made the film amazing to me. But there was 3 sections. There was the Shinobu fight, which was fucking incredible, but that was sad too. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. The Zenitsu stuff, which, you know, ever since we ended the last part, we didn't know why Zenitsu was the way he was. We finally have that answer. And then, of course, the Akaza stuff. This is standout the best part of the entire film, but the other 2 parts are also really good too. So I gotta admit, the variety of personalities in Demons has always been really great, and the fact that this guy legitimately, like, seems like he cares while also simultaneously wanting to kill you and eat you is so interesting, because he legitimately is like, oh shit, did I just hurt you? I was really trying to do a complete killing blow so you wouldn't feel that. Anyway, the fact that he, like, legitimately, like, falls in love with his opponents is such a twisted idea, and I thought that was going to be one of the standout moments, and is legitimately, like, in the bottom part of the movie for me. Not because it's bad, but just because it escalated from here every time. I felt bad for her. I truly did. I mean, walking into this film, I didn't think many were going to make it out alive, and honestly, with how quickly they killed her off, I thought we were going to have a lot of deaths. But like I say, the pacing was very tight, and I think, you know, you never know which character you're going to feel for in any given moment, and that's one of the biggest praises I can give Demon Slayer, because you just never truly know what the fuck is coming out next. Though I will say a very close second highlight for me next to Akaza is the Zenitsu stuff, because we didn't know what the fuck made it, because he's always fighting when he's asleep. So the fact that he's awake and he's going off, we see why. Gramps having to kill himself, and then the fact that no one was there to cut his head off to make it painless. The fact that he was trying to give both of them that inheritance, because both of them completed the picture. Zenitsu only being able to do the first form but not the other forms, Bro being able to do all the forms but the first forms, and then just that arrogance, and the fact that he was willing to get himself beaten up, because you can talk shit about me all you want, but if you talk about someone I respect poorly, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. The fact that he did that 7th form was so fucking inspiring, bro. And I love the fact that there wasn't this redemption of like, I made a mistake. It was like, we're both gonna fall, we're both gonna die, and then fucking Bro's like, basically a fucking middle finger. So satisfying. All 3 sections of this film were so fucking satisfying, and I can't believe how well done it was. Like, when this came out in theaters, it was breaking. I think it is the most profitable anime movie, if I'm not mistaken, or up there. Like, I get it. Like, there's definitely sections of Demon Slayer that I don't think are anywhere close to being a masterpiece, but it's just a consistently enjoyable, good show, right? This was a legitimate masterpiece. And yeah, I know, maybe if you're not into action stuff, whatever, but like there's so much more than just the action. And the way they did the 3D, the way an endlessly expanding castle, like it's just, this is like the pinnacle of like modern anime animation. And I'm so excited to see where Ufotable will go after Demon Slayer, because it's just so fucking exceptional. But your thoughts, what did you think of the Infinity Castle movie, whether if you recently just watched it when it was in theaters, watch leaks, whatever. What did you think of it? And do you agree with me, peak fucking cinema? Because that's how I feel. And did you cry? Be honest. Like, I'm not making fun of people who legitimately cried. It was just like, everyone was like, oh my god, you're gonna bawl when you watch it. It's like, yeah, I totally did. My ice cold heart totally did. Fuck, man, that was depressing. But your thoughts? Leave a like, share, support those, subscribe, ring that bell, and yes, Patreon full live reactions, including a full-length reaction to this entire film. Was so fucking fun to cover. Honestly, blinked and it was over. So consider supporting to see that, but either way, let me know what you thought of the film, and I'll catch you all in the next one.